Welcome back to Grunts and Naked Brutality, you beautiful people. Just a little heads up, I guess. I might have cabbaged myself earlier, so yeah, it turns out working in a greenhouse for like 8 hours in like 40-degree heat isn't great for the old noggin, so I'm a bit slow off the draw. You know why. But starting this episode off, we do have a siege coming in from a bunch of space pirates, who are the Scythe pirates, which is pretty cool. Now, this is something that we did notice just a second ago. This cheeky chappy Martin has a Doomsday launcher, or Doomsday rocket launcher, which is a pretty dangerous bit of kit. That is going to be more than enough to take pretty much any of our guys out, and if we're super unlucky, multiple of our guys at the same time. Then we also got this guy over here who is in trooper armor. That shouldn't be a massive issue, but potentially problematic. Actually, let's go see what his armor penetration is. 14. No, we can shoot through that. I am just chatting. And then he's also got power armor, which is 16mm. Our guns, I think the lowest penetration that we have is 17, so should be good. And then Gladder is going to get the sniper rifle, which he has now. And let's get her to reload up. Cool. What I am thinking, I was going to be like, oh, what we could do is we could use Gagalish, pull the guy with Doomsday over and then shoot them. No, Gagalish is dead. Gagalish died. Rip, buddy. We'll get him back in the fight. He was a particularly good Vulture. So, maybe we shoot the explosives, try to trigger them, they go explode, catch everyone on fire, they all die. Or we try to shoot them and then they just shoot the rocket back at our face and then we die. Also, trying to wait them out is not a great idea. And then if we go this way, what we do have set is a bunch of military turrets. That should... No, they're not reloaded. So, Kakon down here, reload that. Grunt, whilst you're ready. Wait, what was that? Okay, no ammo. Fantastic. So that means Kakon's picking it up, which means he should then be able to reload that. Cool. So we'd have 3 turrets online. Let's get GNU onto the mortar, and then Lilith, who we are going to change over to... I'm going to change it over to Ben. Jimin. No, that's definitely not how you smell it. Okay, we're going to go for Ben until I can get the actual smelling up. Oh, that's going to be atrocious. Yeah, it's one of those days. Cool. Shells go in, maybe they take it out, maybe they don't. Hopefully we can get it before that. And with the comment about why we suck with the mortars, that is kind of Rimworld and Combat Extended. There are mods to sort it, but we don't have those installed. If we did, we could just basically drop the shells on them and then we'll be in a good situation. Right now we kind of just got to hope that we can send some shells over and then maybe one of them comes close. So Ben, you on that? Yep. High explosive shell. And good job we caught that. We want you to stop forced attack and then choose your own target. Do you want that? No. No. Force attack right there, right into the middle of the shells. And what about this one? Hold fire. No. Cool. Right. Is this the money shot? Are we going to get lucky this time compared to the other time? I don't know. It's on a good arc. Oosh. Took the guy with the trooper armor down. Don't mind that. And GNU, you're firing. Yep. Awesome. Are we going to get another good shot like that? Probably not. But that is decent. That's one guy down. He'll bleed out soon. And then maybe that annoys him enough into attacking us. I'll tell you what, these mortar rounds are doing a lot more work this time around than they were last time. I guess we'll keep an eye and see if we cannot get a couple more kills. If we're lucky, we hit the explosives and then they are all dead. The first mortar is up. It is starting to shell us. Didn't do too much. Now we've had to change across to incendiary rounds. Not that they would be my round of choice, but turns out when you're out of high explosives, something is probably better than nothing. Now they do have a bigger initial blast radius, so if we get lucky, we could be right. Yeah. Do you know what I'm thinking? Maybe incendiary rounds are going to be the way forward for we'll try and take this down. So when you're fighting the mortars, incendiary rounds, way bigger explosive radius, doesn't do much damage, but if it can hit their shells, then it doesn't really matter. No shells, no mortaring. Sweet. Anyway, everyone to where they need to be. How are we looking? We got 3 military turrets. Our guys, I think, you should be in alliance armor. Yeah, everyone's now in alliance armor. Everyone has at least an alliance helmet other than Kakon, who has a heavy alliance helmet. Terra, how are we doing over here, buddy? Feeling depressed. 48%, so he's about halfway. And having a little scout out over here. The uranium won't burn, so we can keep that. Those components will probably go down, which is a bit of a shame. The chitin mortar will most likely go up. But I think it should probably start raining before it hits the explosives. Then we're going to have some more rounds. And any second now... Oh, not... Where's Gladder? I'm going to put you on this flank, so you have a better line of fire. I was going to say better line of field. It's like, yeah, no, that's not words, Gonzi, mate. Right, Grumpy's there. He should be suppressed. Why weren't you suppressed, bud? Oh, go juice. That'll do it. These guys coming in here are going to have a bad time. And what got you? Nice. And that done a lot of damage. So Gladder's sniper done a decent amount of work. And we'll see if it doesn't work, because this area here is going to explode if the rains don't kick in, which is fine. These guys aren't too much of a threat. They do have one guy, well, Pumpkin's got a rocket launcher. That's not okay. You can't shoot your mate in the back of the head with a rocket launcher. Oh, Pumpkin. Yeah. Your life wasn't worth living after that. And we got Hannah down here. Are you going to be any good if we keep you alive? No, just doing a little cha-cha slide. Creepy breathing, fast walker, pessimist, valiant and kind. Not too interested. Let our guys go off draft. We could try to yeet over. Actually, let's send Grunt over. Maybe we can put the explosives up before they catch fire. That would be quite useful. And it also looks like the Doomsday is going to be intact, which is super good for taking down mech clusters, if you can escape afterwards. And just about in time, a Grunt was able to come over, put out the fires. So now, how many components are we looking? 14 components, 100 uranium, 254 steel, a Doomsday, and a couple corpses, you know. Nothing insane, but I will take a Doomsday. As far as in-game time goes, this might have been an hour, maybe 2, but the Taurians... How is that a siege? You don't siege inside someone's base. Right. I think our best bet is to try and form up kind of like this. Ben, you're going to have to move around this way, mate. And that is going to be the best thing that we can do. Okay, we're going to close the door. Ben, I'm going to need you to do that for me, quick. Close that one. Cool. I mean, that's bold. Trying to create a mortar under a roof, I guess. Alright, let's figure this one out. We do have the Doomsday, which means that we could open that up and shoot in, but we'd also lose pretty much all of our food. Can we do this? Okay, so we're going to unallow that, and then we're going to go build a roof area there. Grunt, come to this section, off this, and no path. Cool. If we poke our head around the corner, we're just going to get a face full of lead. And to be honest, most of our base should be out of mortar range. So I'm not going to be able to do anything with the mortar anyway, but they are not going to run out of food, and we don't want to trigger the explosives, because then we'll lose all of our food and the explosives. Give me a moment to think about this. Okay, not convinced that this is a great strategy, but what we might be able to do... No, that doesn't work either. Okay, Grunt, come here. Stay there. Shoot this door. So what's going to happen is that door being open, they're going to aggro, they're going to come around here, take a face full of lead. Does mean they can hide behind the corner. But I'm okay with that. I don't think that's the worst thing they can do. And yeah, it looks like the shell's gone over. Right. Grunt, straight this way. Go, go, go. Yeah. Cool, there's one down. Grunt, I'm going to need you in the fight. No, not that way. This way. No, no, guys, you need to shoot. You can't just hide. You're dead if you hide. Yeah. That worked. Ben's got 4 conditions. Glader has 17 hours. Okay, you guys go off there. Grunt, you do what you want. GNU, time to go strip people down. We want some equipment. There is a lot of them. And we're going to be able to sell most of this off. Well, pretty much all of it, to be honest. Oh, we're going to make so much money. Unfortunately, having a look through the Taurians, none of them are going to be worth taking. And I believe all the ones that are alive have been stripped down. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Well, dealt with that fairly easily. So we're going to claim the mortar, and we're also going to reinstall that over here. And yeah, the explosive shell went up there, nothing too much. Oh, Ben, mate, would you mind resting? And then Grunt, do you mind prioritise 10 into Glader? And Glader, what are you on? You're industrial now. Don't want to be giving you Medigel. Bit of a waste of resources. You know it's a little bit of overkill when someone has gut worms and then someone trying to use Medigel for that. Yeah, that is not a thing. So actually what we're going to need to do is go through all the tabs and make sure everyone is on industrial for the moment. And we have had a bulk good trader come in. We're going to keep the chem fuel because we need to start kicking out our own FSX. So we can start making our own explosives, which should be pretty sweet. They are having the Thrombo Fur. Nothing too much else. The steel and the Promethium, maybe we should pick some up, but I doubt it. They're getting 1,000 wood, the guns that we're not using, and then also the Light Alliance armor. Now, the Light Alliance armor isn't bad. It's just not very good for what we need. One of our guys is wearing that, and they come up against Mass Effect weapons. Well, they're going to end up like these guys. And also, if you just look, 2 of those guys in Light Alliance armor, it's not a very good showing now, is it? This is a very good Asari. Trigger happy. Yet they are not particularly accurate, so don't give them a sniper rifle, but you give them with something with a lot of rounds, they are going to be spraying like mad. Minus 50% to aiming time, which is pretty awesome, but they only have 50% of their weapon handling skill. You know, not great. Far-sighted makes them better at shooting, so weapon handling plus 2%, aiming time minus 15%. Useless in close combat, so they're already at minus 65% aiming time, which is awesome. They're also beautiful and bisexual, so they are going to get along with just about everyone and be very, very good at killing things. And then we get onto the stats. Double burning passion in shooting, a single passion in melee, double burning passion in mining, passion in cooking, plants, double burning in animals and crafting, and then a passion for medical. And there is nothing they are incapable of. You sound too good to be true. And it's not looking like there's many drawbacks. You will cost 3,791. We can afford that. And now let's look at this Taurian. Temperature tolerant, Xenophile. Okay, gets a little bit touchy with other Xenos. Cool. Heat intolerant. So temperature tolerant, then heat intolerant. Unconvincing. And then also has creepy breathing, but can do crafting. and some construction. 62, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, Taurians live to a pretty respectable age. Yeah, 150. If this series is still going by the time he reaches 150, we are not playing on a hard enough difficulty. Cool, you can have the chem fuel. Actually, no, you can't. We need that for explosives. What am I on about? Cool, so 2 new colonists, and we should be able to get them up pretty much straight away. And yeah, I am liking this. But it does turn out the Taurian has asthma in both of his lungs, which for a while we are not going to be able to do too much about. Okay, try not to run away from anything because you won't make it. Welcome to the team, buddy. We haven't always had the best RNG, but now we just got a quite a nice bit. So the guys aren't even like properly geared up yet, but we have a mystical shaman who has healer's hands to cure any injury or missing part. Okay, that costs 414 silver. We're going to accept that. And then let's have a ganders on the world map to see where it is. Because what we can do is we can send Titus over to him. And then hopefully that should be able to cure his asthma. Now, I'll never send anyone off to one of these old shaman-y people. So I don't know how well this is going to work. Or if we need to send anything. But seeing as we're already paid, we should be right. Okay, a large part of the caravan's food will soon rot. Run quickly then, buddy. Off we go. Let's see what happens with this. The shaman seems to be expecting you, and with great practice regales the tale of his healer hands. Once finished, he invites Titus into his teepee. There's a brief shake off the screen before Titus reemerges. Titus reemerges, feeling much better. Okay, cool. Well, get back to Nutrishonka. And what we might do... How are we looking on skin suits, actually? That is... We've got 1 here. 2. Okay, we got 2 skin suits. So we're going to need a bunch of them. Which I think is probably going to be a job for Grunt. We did have some combat supplies come in. Combat traders from, like, the Drell. Nothing fancy. We just sold off the light armour that we had left. And everything's just going processed through at a decent enough rate. We've arrived at Site 01, so we're going to pick up 5 UAC skin suits, which should be pretty nice. Then maybe let's go and pick up 2 UAC shield belts. These shield belts you can shoot out of, I'm pretty sure. 90% sure, but we will find out. So we're going to have 2 guys with shield belts, and then pretty much everyone else will be in a skin suit, which for us is going to work out super well. Skin suits mean you move quicker and work faster, which obviously is always a good thing. And then basically shield belts just stop you getting shot in the face and dying, which Gaglush really could have done with. I am not bitter about that, I promise. Okay, so this is a fun little bug. We've got the steel loading bench, but nothing is showing up here. We can't actually build anything at all. We have deconstructed it and then rebuilt it, and still nout. We'll chuck another one down. We'll deconstruct this, and then hopefully that clears it. But yeah, that wasn't working. And then also on the builds over here, these all got reset as well. So it was meant to be set so it's only going to allow tainted apparel, but then it allowed clean apparel. And they might have gone through a couple suits of our Alliance kit, which is a little bit of a shame. That being said, do we need to check this? Allow rotten, human and animal corpses. That is fine. Allow rotten and fresh human corpses. Yep. And then rotten animal corpses. Cool. That stayed the same, and this one stayed the same as well. What about over here? Yeah, so I just think it was maybe a couple updates. Just changed a few things, but interesting. And we are straight out of food. Okay, that is something that we do need to sort out quickly. And it would appear that the old wildlife tab doesn't work either. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Right. what I'm thinking then is I'm going to have to go have a little play around with the mods and that, because if I can catch it now before it becomes a problem, hopefully we can bring the series back. Because what I don't want to do is end up losing it because of like some mod incompatibility, and then we build something, then we can't remove the mod and then reinstall it or whatever. So I'm going to have to call the episode here. Need a little bit of tinkering. So thank you very much for watching Grunts and Naked Brutality. I'll be Gonzi. All your likes, comments, sub support have been amazing. You guys are awesome, and I'll catch you on the next one.